guys, I'm in Nicaragua. This is like where I'm gonna be living now. Holy shit! That's insane. I'm like almost at a loss for words. I don't really know. It's a weird feeling, like a really weird feeling. It's good, but I'm just like, I just moved. Holy crap. Wow, that's pretty. Look at these flowers. So, I just did some work, and it's, the place we're staying at is really nice, which is awesome. I'm gonna be staying at a couple different places probably, you know, as time progresses. The only places I know for certain right now are here for a period of time, and then after here in Managua, I have a room in the office Marc is moving into. So there's going to be like a place to record that's constantly set up, which is really awesome. We really like the idea of having like a recording room. So instead of having to like set up and that kind of thing, you just go sit down and then press a button. It's really easy, convenient. It's a lot of having like good quality conversations with people is more about making them feel comfortable and kind of getting them to forget that there's a camera there. So that's something that is much easier to do when there's no like kind of setup of the equipment, because then the person kind of sits there and is like, oh you're turning the microphone on, oh it's recording, holy crap. But yeah, that'll be cool. I guess I'm gonna be doing some dropshipping videos. I'm trying to figure out, because my first goal when I'm here is to make a course about dropshipping with Marc. So that's the first thing to get out of the way. So I have a feeling I'm not gonna be doing a whole bunch of videos, but at the same time, I don't have a job anymore, so I have tons of time. So it's very feasible that I can rest, relax, do YouTube work, and make the course. I don't know. You know? Just trying to kind of see what happens. Right now I'm walking to town because I want a pina colada. I feel like that's a good way to start. I guess that's not how I started, because so there's always, with traveling, there's always issues, you know, that come up, change over time, that kind of thing. First issue is that my flight was delayed. So I flew here from Washington, or Reagan Airport in DC. But it was two flights. It was from Reagan to Miami, Florida, and then from Florida to Managua. My first flight was about 30 minutes late. So as soon as I got off that flight, I ran, got on the plane, and it left immediately. There was no waiting. If I was 4 minutes later, I would have missed the flight to Managua. But it would have been fine, because that would have been the aircraft's fault, not my fault. I was on time and everything, so it would have been taken care of. I would have just arrived there late. But because of this, my bag, which had all of my recording equipment, the new microphone, new webcam, all that kind of stuff, my bag didn't make it here. So we go to the airport, and they're like, oh, it's on another flight, yada yada, you gotta come back here at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, all right. So Marc and some of the others came back to San Juan, and I was in Managua. And then Juan, who is, not to be confused with San Juan, Juan, who is I don't think these purple flowers were here last time I was here. Sorry. Juan is Marc's like designated taxi driver. So he picked me up at 5 a.m. And then we went to the airport. And we get to the airport, and they're like, oh, you can't do this until 8 a.m. I was just like, fuck. So I bought Juan breakfast, and then we just kind of chilled there for 2.5 hours and chatted. As much as a person who doesn't speak English can chat with a person who doesn't speak Spanish, but you know, we try. Sorry, it's really windy right now. I might stop this video if it doesn't die down. I'm going down the big hill, so it's like an alleyway for the wind. I think, yeah, the mic's right there, so yeah, sorry guys. It's so windy. Oh, it was doing so well. But so, long story short, I got here. My bags were a day late, so that was kind of a little bit stressful, but honestly it worked out perfectly fine, and I'm here now and I have everything. So at this point, everything's in place. Now it's just a matter of making things work. And like, it's funny because I'm a little bit stressed right now at this moment, because I'm like, oh, there's so much I got to do. Oh my god, it's intense. But I just got to relax and have faith in me as a person, because when I relax, I very quickly just want to work, right? And then I work productively and efficiently. So I just did my like basic eBay crap, basic store management, that kind of thing. And now I'm going down to San Juan to get a pina colada, because that's going to be nice. Or maybe a macuna. I think that's what they called. They make a local alcoholic drink here. I think it's called macuna. It's pretty good. I don't actually even like pina coladas that much, so I'm probably not going to. But that was the first thing that came to mind when I started recording this video, and it's an alcoholic drink that all of you guys will recognize, so there's always that. But it's funny being here now, because last time I was here, it was when Grind Camp was still in session, right? And now Grind Camp isn't in session anymore. So there's, instead of being 20 people, there's like 5 or 6, and they're all like related to Marc somehow, that kind of thing. A couple of them are his employees. So it's a very different vibe. And I can tell already, maybe it's just because I just got here, but I think one of the reasons it was so easy for me to work was just because of all the people around. And it was very much because my work is about making content based on individuals' personalities and that kind of thing. It made it very easy to work. I literally just had to kind of walk into a room, get to a point where I feel like an interesting conversation was about to happen, and then just record it. Look at that view! Holy shit! I don't know if you can see much of that. See it? But, so I'm really excited for the next Grind Camp. But it's probably going to be a while before the next one, unfortunately. But that's okay. I know that there's a couple things I'm going to do differently. Oh my god, the wind. I'm so sorry, guys. I know wind just completely screws how the audio sounds. Oh yeah, so what do I... Grind Camp. What's going to be different next time? So next time, first off, I'm going to be there for the whole event, which is good. Second off, I'm going to try and get... I don't like the interview kind of dynamic, right? I don't like it when it's like, oh, I'm asking you questions, you're answering them, yada, yada, yada. I don't really like how that flows. And that's kind of what I realized when I did the previous videos for the first Grind Camp. Is that really what I should just do is just focus on making people feel comfortable, and then make videos with them, and then just talk about whatever comes up naturally, whether it's about them as a person. Either way, it's going to help people get to know them and help them kind of express themselves, and also help me get to know them. So I'm going to focus on making more kind of videos where I just sit down and talk with people, instead of being like, oh, I'm going to ask you these 4 questions that I ask most of the other people, and yada, yada, yada. So that's a thought. What else? I'm also going to try and... I'm going to be way more annoying to the Grind Camp people, because before it took me like 10 days to get all of the first, like the introductory videos done. And one of the main reasons for that is a lot of people aren't super comfortable on video. So they like ideally, I just find when somebody has 10 minutes and I just sit down and do a 5-minute conversation with them, and they don't think about the fact that they're being recorded and get nervous, think about that people are going to watch them and what people are going to say and all of that fucking noise. Ideally, that just doesn't happen. And that's how it is with me making video, and also with Marc, because, you know, we're used to making video. But I have to face the reality that that's not how it is for most people. So it takes longer than that. And that's okay. But again, next time I'm gonna be way more annoying, and I'm gonna make sure that I get that introductory wave of conversations done after, like, you know, 3 or 4 days instead of 3/4 of the time that I spent there. Because the thing that I was really looking forward to doing was to getting to know everybody, and then finding the people who have like similar interests and talents, and then recording conversations that they have with one another. But because it took me so long to get those introductory videos done, I didn't really get any of those videos done, and those are the ones that I really wanted to do. So I'm definitely going to take that into account next time. And like, it's funny because, you know, I didn't get what I wanted to get done, yet going to Grind Camp was still an amazing experience for me. I absolutely loved it. But to track back to what I was saying earlier, there is a noticeable difference between, like, even though this place is really nice and everything and I love it, but it, like, there aren't 20 people here, you know? So that energy is less, but that's okay. Because for me, the thing isn't working. I don't need to work more. I'm very diligent about working on a regular basis and not overworking myself. Well, okay, no, that's the thing I need to work on, is I need to work on relaxing. Because I'm kind of lucky in that my personality, I come from the side of, like, working and not relaxing. So by just making efforts to relax, that's how I find kind of a healthy balance. Whereas some people, like, they relax all the time and chill and don't work. So they have to kind of make themselves work in order to find the healthy balance, you know. You either come from one or the other spectrum usually. But so that's why I'm going right now, trying to just, yeah, at the same time it's weird because, like, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be making YouTube content, but not in a way that feels like work, you know? So in my head I was literally just like, I'm gonna go walk to San Juan and I'm gonna hang out with my YouTube friends. Because that's what I'm doing right now, right? We're hanging out. You guys can't talk, so it's a lot of me talking. But, you know, whatever. That's cool. I'm excited because two things. Carlos is going to be here in, like, a period of time. Like 2 weeks, I think. He's going to work on some dropshipping stuff. So that's really cool. Because that's one of the people I really hit it off with at Grind Camp. And then Laura's also coming by, I think. I'm not sure if she's going to come by. I hope so. But she's one of the other ones I liked a lot because she does, like, video work and has some of the same kind of thoughts about how, like, anytime you're producing content, there's content you can make that will get the most attention and the most views, but it's not necessarily, you have to sacrifice a bit of yourself in order to make that kind of content, right? And I think this is a dilemma that almost all content creators face at some point. But a lot of them will sacrifice what they like and what they enjoy and what makes them who they are for their content creation, because it's all about money to them, right? So it's okay because you want money, so you're going to do what the people who pay you the money want, right? But I personally don't agree with that mentality because, like, I'm trying to make this YouTube thing in a way that I just get to make content about whatever it is that I'm doing. So I don't have to sacrifice myself, you know what I mean? There are going to be times that I lose viewers. There are going to be times that people get tired of the fact that I haven't done any dropshipping videos. And there are going to be times when people get tired of the fact that I've only done dropshipping videos and they don't give a fuck and they want to see, like, where I'm living and that kind of thing. You know? You can't please everybody. But yeah, that's... Laura, I've seen her talk about that concept and how, like, it's better to have a smaller but very, very loyal and engaged following than it is to have a really, really big one that doesn't give a fuck about you, right? And so I like that. So that'll be cool. I hope she comes by. Because the one thing I'm going to need is, like, you know, Marc's got a lot going on. And I need to, like, make some friends so I'm not lonely, you know? I think it's going to be pretty easy. But I definitely know that that's probably going to be... If there's anything I can think might become an issue, it's going to be, like, the fact that I just dropped everything and moved here and I don't really know anybody aside from Mark. And I also don't speak the local language. I'm not really too concerned about that because at least in San Juan, which is where I am now, most of the people here speak some level of English, or you know, if the person in front of you doesn't speak English, then maybe the person behind you does. But so yeah, I'm excited for Carlos to come. I'm excited for Laura to come. I'm excited to do more videos with Mark. Hola! There's a whole lot of things I'm excited about, so we'll see what happens. But I'm almost to the beach, and I think that's all for this video. So here it is, my first video from Nicaragua. See you guys.